Theme 30. Reaching for the skies 2. 1. Satellite. Satellite. Example.
And then I will demonstrate a thing from a Russian satellite, stolen, probably copied from America, but we will see.
This is our satellite. This is not the scale model, this is the real size.
2. Simulator. Simulator. Example.
The first thing they do is they go out to spring training. They go to a spring training camp, perhaps a simulator in baseball.
Why not just apply that to science? Why not build a virtual laboratory simulator? Well, we did it.
3. Solar system. Solar system. Example.
However, all life on Earth derives its nourishment from only 6 chemical elements, and these elements can be found on any planetary body in our solar system.
The setting for our next exploration, using the same design principles, was the solar system.
4. Surface. Surface. Example.
Thinking, how can that be? You're cheating. The lines are curved, but that's only because I'm projecting it onto a flat surface.
Which contain surface receptors, proteins, and other genetic material collected from their cell of origin.
5. Weightlessness. Weightlessness. Example.
And what it shows is that while you're in space, your brain is trying to allow you to function in weightlessness. And it turns out that in weightlessness, you lose bone.
6. Inevitable. Inevitable. Example.
There is nothing inevitable about the way we structured our society and economy right now.
Everybody gets involved. It's just a matter of when the inevitable happens.
7. Toxic. Toxic. Example.
The shipyard was noisy, dangerous, highly toxic, with an appalling health and safety record.
At this time, Earth was a hot hell, constantly being hit by asteroids, with seas of lava and a toxic atmosphere.
8. Rotate. Rotate. Example.
When this energy gets transferred to the molecules, they vibrate, rotate, or translate faster.
Yeah, Cat, can you put your leg over that side? Yeah, can you rotate? Whoa, just go back to the beginning.
9. Sky. Sky. Example.
Pico and his staff produced some of the most precise naked eye observations of the night sky ever.
The sky. Every Afghan sees the sky as a source of fear.
10. Float. Float. Example.
Objects that are less dense than water, such as balsa wood, icebergs, and inflatable rafts, always float.
And you know that if an object is less dense than the fluid it's in, it will float.
11. Propel. Propel. Example.
Each time you take a step, 200 muscles work in unison to lift your foot, propel it forward, and set it down.
So let's track the character's trains of thought and examine how Sorkin uses misunderstandings to propel the scene forward.
12. Sustain. Sustain. Example.
So where can we find a group of willing volunteers to go out and smash their heads into each other on a regular basis to take concussion?
What if we could create personal microbiomes that would scan our skins, repair damaged tissue, and sustain our bodies?
13. Spacecraft. Spacecraft. Example.
In the case of Oumuamua, it reflected more red light, making it look very much like the organic-rich surface of the comet recently visited by the Rosetta spacecraft.
We actually orbit the comet using something which is not normally done with spacecraft.
14. Star. Star. Example.
When I was a kid, I watched Independence Day a lot. Over and over again, second only to Star Wars.
And what it does is it sucks gas off its companion star until it gets to this limit called the Chandrasekhar limit, and then it explodes.
15. Temperature. Temperature. Example.
And if we calculate the average kinetic energy of the group, we'd have a number mathematically related to temperature.
Let me start with the aspect of comfort, because many people are confusing ambient temperature with thermal comfort.
16. Robot. Robot. Example.
Robot. A machine capable of carrying out a programmable series of actions.
When I was about 10 years old, and at the dinner table, he announced that for our next project, we were going to build a robot.
17. Flag. Flag. Example.
Ted literally wrote the book on flag design.
Good flag, bad flag.
I researched its flag because I had never seen it in the previous 8 years I lived there.
18. Southern. Southern. Example.
Hours after we disappear, oil refineries malfunction, producing month-long blazes at plants like the ones in western India, the southern United States, and South Korea.
I first ate it at a restaurant in southern Spain. A journalist friend had been talking about this fish for a long time.
19. Operate. Operate. Example.
Operate twice, cut once. Let me show that to you.
Why does it seem to require these beings who sense things for, us to operate? You're a brilliant young neuroscientist.
20. Distance. Distance. Example.
Thanks to DIRT, you now know how to calculate distance, rate, and time.
When people hear news about the climate coming straight at them, the first defense comes up rapidly. Distance.